Minecraft has certainly changed a lot over the years. The days of neon green grass, mobs that showed no mercy, and eating to restore your health are far behind us, leaving us with the current, more complex game that millions know and love. While other companies have locked new additions to their games behind microtransactions or millions of overpriced DLC, Mojang has always blessed us with free updates that keep viewers coming back for more. Today, I aim to rank all of these major updates in a tier list system from F to S, taking into account every Minecraft player and what the average Steve would enjoy about the game. However, I will have my biases, but I did try to keep those to a minimum. And if you think my opinions are bullshit, feel free to drop a comment down below and let me know why. And make your own tier list. I'll have the link below, and it's completely free to use. I also just wanted to shout out that this video was inspired by Cool's video. He had this tier list idea of the Minecraft updates first, so his video will be linked below. Now, without further ado, let's get into the rankings. So starting off with what I believe to be one of the worst Minecraft updates is going to be Minecraft 1.1. So for this, I just used a spawn egg because that's pretty much all that was added. This update added spawn eggs, bow enchantments, and super flat worlds, and also beach biomes. And it also added the ability to drop music discs from creepers. Didn't add too much, but it added something, so I mean, it's fine. I didn't even have a name. It was such a small update, it didn't even have a name, so I decided to call it the Unfinished Business Update because it was basically just bug fixes from 1.0. Now, joining in the F tier, it will come as no surprise to anyone that 1.10 is one of the most disappointing Minecraft updates ever. For those of you who can't tell by the polar bear, 1.10 was the Frostburn update where they added polar bears, fossils, strays, husks, and auto jump? Yeah, I was kind of struggling to find what they added for this update, because there really wasn't much. They basically just decided to add a different zombie and skeleton variant to different biomes. Is it cool that they have different status effects that they give you? Kind of. I was never really a huge fan. And this was also when Minecraft was kind of falling off, so Mojang wasn't releasing the best updates, in my opinion. But, alas, polar bears are cute, so whatever. Now, moving on to the E tier is something that hurts me to say, but I'm going to be having to put the Buzzy Bees update in the E tier. As much as I love Minecraft bees and as absolutely adorable as they are, when this update was added, honey wasn't really that useful, aside from honey blocks offering somewhat of an alternative to slime blocks in redstone contraptions. Which, you know, very useful for the redstone community. I'm sure Mumbo Jumbo was ecstatic to hear that. However, for the average Minecraft player, it's like, oh, bees, cute, and then, yeah. People were pretty upset about this update. Although bees have proven to be super useful in updates now, such as 1.17 where they added candles and waxed copper, so bee farms are pretty much essential if you're a builder. I don't know if Mojang made bees with that in mind, maybe they did, who's to say, but when Bees Pros came out, they didn't offer much other than being a cute pet, so I'm just putting it in the E tier. Sorry. Now we are moving on to the D tier, and I've decided to place a few updates in the D tier just because I feel like there were a few Minecraft updates for a period of time that added some interesting things to the game that I definitely could not live without now, but they were pretty minor updates and weren't anything spectacular. So we're going to be starting off with the Bountiful update. Now, this update added in ocean monuments, andesite, granite, diorite, those gorgeous blocks. God, when they first came out, they were so ugly. And slime blocks too. They also added banners, door variants, iron trapdoors, and also the reason they are getting such a high ranking, because if they only added in ocean monuments and some blocks, I'd be like, ugh, nothing too crazy. Ocean monuments are cool, but they get super boring after you explore them for the first few times. So they added in the new enchanting system that we know and love today. For those of you who haven't played Minecraft for a long time, when you enchanted something, it used to be 30 levels to enchant something, and it would take all 30 levels. All 30 of your levels to enchant one thing. And this was before disenchanting was in the game. This was such a pain in the ass to deal with. So, because it added in the amazing new enchanting system, it's getting a D tier. Accompanying the 1.8 update in the D tier is going to be 1.6, aka the horse update. So, pretty self-explanatory, this update added horses. It added in horses, hay bales, coal blocks, hardened and stained clay, which is a beautiful building block, and they also added in baby zombies in 1.16.2. However, horses aren't the best mode of travel, as we've seen. Now with elytra and even minecarts that were added in far before horses, horses were pretty cool at first, but now they're just kind of, oh, there's a horse, let me kill it for some leather, right? Nothing too spectacular, not really necessary in the game. Solid D tier. Also accompanying all the other updates in the D tier is going to be 1.12, aka the World of Color update. This update was so bad, I couldn't even find a photo for it. Just kidding. The update was fine. It added in concrete, it added in colored beds and glazed terracotta, and that's about it. It added in parrots too, and the recipe book to help with crafting. But honestly, the World of Color update didn't really add too much. As a builder, I do love concrete, and I think it was absolutely necessary to add in like very vibrant blocks to the game. But the problem is, not everyone's a builder. So this update was great for the builders of the Minecraft community, but for the average player, it was pretty meh and not that much to look forward to. So it's getting a D tier. Now moving on to another pretty chunky part of Minecraft updates is going to be the C tier updates. So starting off the C tier updates is going to be Minecraft 1.2, aka the jungle update. The jungle update added in, obviously, the jungle biome. It added in jungle trees, it added in all of the associated blocks, so like jungle wood, whatever. It also added in different variants of planks, so it added in spruce planks, birch planks, which they didn't add those in, and oak planks, so there were different variants, and it also added in iron golems. It was a pretty solid update. I think any update that adds in a new biome for you to explore, a new reason for you to go out and explore your Minecraft world is a good update in my opinion, but pretty average update, nothing too special. I was really stuck between putting it at D tier or C tier, but because it added in a whole new biome and a gorgeous biome at that, like there was nothing like that in Minecraft at this point in time, and it was super duper cool for its time. I mean, I think it deserves a C tier for that. And coincidentally, right after 1.2 came 1.3, which also had no name. I just kind of called it, it's adding a little bit of spice to the boring biomes because it added in desert temples, jungle temples, which are, fun fact, desert temples are called desert pyramids, and jungle temples are called jungle pyramids, despite the fact that they're a rectangle. Anyways, they also added in desert villages, ender chests, emeralds, tripwire hook, and unique stairs and slabs to match the planks that were added in 1.2. So this update's getting a C tier because it obviously added in some cool blocks, and ender chests are absolutely invaluable. However, the main reason it is being ranked so high, otherwise it would be a D tier, is because it added in jungle temples and desert temples. So jungle temples, no one really cares about. They're cool if you find them early game, but they have pretty bad loot. But even no matter how late into the game you are, you always got to explore a desert temple because it could have a god apple in it. So I think that desert temples are absolutely iconic in Minecraft. They are so, so cool. So it's got to be a C tier. Next up in the C tier is going to be Minecraft 1.11, aka the exploration update. So as you can probably tell by the photo, this update added in Woodland Mansion and all of its associated mobs, so Vindicators, Evokers, Vexes, all those bad angry gray villagers, and Totems of Undying. That is the reason this update is getting ranked so high. It added in something that is absolutely essential to hardcore Minecraft, Totems of Undying. Little known fact, this update also added in shulker boxes, which are also super, super useful for late game stages. People had been begging for backpacks in Minecraft or some sort of like carry-on tool, and shulker boxes were a great way to add it. It also added in an incentive to go travel to end cities aside from getting the elytra, which I think is pretty cool. Now we are moving on to the B tier. So the B tier is updates that are above average, but they're not spectacular or anything, but hey, they're still pretty cool. So starting off the B tier update is going to be Minecraft 1.4, aka the pretty scary update. So first of all, I love the name. Secondly, this update added in withers and beacons, including wither skeletons too. It added in riding pigs, frames and flower pots, potatoes, carrots, like a bunch of food items, anvils, which are so, so crucial. Like, I can't even imagine a world with enchanting and no anvils. And it also added in just better mob AI and command blocks too. This update was huge, and it added in a whole new boss for Minecraft. It was so, so cool. I think it needs to be an A tier. I think I'm going to put it in the A tier. Never mind. Now, Moving on to the true B tier updates. Sorry about that last one. Is gonna be the update Aquatic. This was one of Minecraft's first really popular, amazing updates that brought a bunch of people back into the game from when they took a little hiatus over, I'd say probably from like 1.10 to 1.12, maybe even back from 1.8 to 1.12, when the game was kind of dead. This update brought people back because it added in so many new things to one of the most lacking biomes in Minecraft, the ocean. This update added in sunken ships and buried treasure, which were super duper cool. It added in coral reefs and all of the ocean biomes. So with the coral, it added in all of the coral items. It added in tropical fish. It just made the ocean such a beautiful place to explore. It also added in some other various building items like trapdoors and all of the wood types, pressure plates and buttons into the wood types, and the fully surrounded wood log blocks, which were super cool. And it also added in some challenges, such as the drowned in all of their little, like, underground temple things. So, the ocean ruins. That's what they're called. Next up in the B tier is going to be Minecraft 1.17, aka Caves and Cliffs Part 1. So as this was the most recent update to Minecraft, I'm sure that many of you guys know what it involved. You can tell it added in axolotls, goats, and glow squids. Glow squids. It also added in copper, amethyst, azaleas, candles, deep slate dripstone, everything that's going to be included in the world generation in the Caves and Cliffs Part 2 that is not yet in the current world generation. It also added in a few little items like the spyglass, glow, item frames and signs, and glow berries. Now, the problem with this update is how they marketed it. They shouldn't have called it Caves and Cliffs Part 1. I understand why they did. It's because they promised us Caves and Cliffs in June of 2021, and it wasn't ready yet. I'm very glad they took the time to make it right. However, there were so many people that went into this update reading Caves and Cliffs and not reading that Part 1, and assuming they were getting huge mountains and deep caves, and they went underground. They're like, why does the ground end at 0, and why is there bedrock at Y0 when it's supposed to be lower? People were really confused by this update, and I think that really hindered its success. It could have been an amazing update if the marketing was changed a little bit, because honestly, who doesn't love an axolotl? And the new blocks that were added are stunning. And once again, any update that makes you want to explore the world is a good one in my eyes, and this update made me want to go out and find all the new blocks and go find geode, and it was really fun to play with. Now, wrapping up the B tier, we have perhaps one of the most controversial updates in all of Minecraft, and that is 1.9, aka the combat update. So, the reason this is getting a B tier from me is because it added so much to the end dimension. It added in a whole reason to go back to the end rather than just, oh, I'm gonna go beat the Ender Dragon. Oh, well, never gonna come back here again unless I want to like build an end base or an Enderman farm for whatever reason. It added in an entire new reason to go explore out in the end, and I, once again, think that that's incredible. It also added in the elytra. Oh my god, we had been asking for that forever, and I think that elytra are honestly perfect because you have to sacrifice your chest plate, so your biggest piece of armor, in order to glide around, and it's not like levitating like you're in creative mode. The problem with the combat update is obviously the combat that it added in. Not a lot of people were a huge fan of the new combat system. It's definitely taken some getting used to. As someone who's never been too much into PvP, it didn't really affect me too much, but because it probably affected people who had mastered the 1.8 system, it's getting a B tier from me. Also sitting in the B tier is the redstone update. So, while you might hear redstone update and be like, dude, like, I don't even use redstone, I don't know how the hell to use redstone, like, what does this matter to me? The redstone update added in some huge components to Minecraft that most people use in their everyday builds, like hoppers, droppers, pressure plates, all of that. The update also added in comparators, trap chest, and block of redstones, and daylight sensors. They also added in quartz to the nether, so it added in a little bit of something for the builders of Minecraft who wanted a nice clean white block other than snow to build with, and quartz was like, it's always been such a popular Minecraft building block, and it still is to this day. This update really changed how redstone was thought of and made it so much more complicated, but beautifully complicated. Hence why it's getting a B tier. Joining the A tier is the 1.14 Village and Pillage update. If the update Aquatic didn't bring you back to Minecraft, this update sure as hell did, because whoa, it was just so huge for getting people back into the game. The new villager trading system is incredible and kind of OP, but let's not talk about it. We really appreciate it. It also added in villages and new biomes. Once again, another reason to explore, another reason to go out and see the world, and adding in some excitement to taiga biomes and snowy tundras and other biomes that didn't have villages before. Just making them a little bit more exciting to explore, which is amazing. It also added in raids, which obviously with raids you can make raid farms and get unlimited totems, and that is super great. It also added a bunch of random building blocks like all of the villager profession blocks, campfires, bamboo, scaffolding, lanterns, and some other things like crossbows. Pretty cool weapon. It also added in all of the new mobs like pillagers, ravagers, and some friendly mobs like cats, pandas, foxes, and wandering traders. Everyone's favorite best friend. And now we are moving on to the S tier, and I know what you're thinking. Truth, there are 3 updates in the S tier. Is it really that exclusive? Are these updates really that good? And yes, they are, in my opinion. So we're going to start off strong with an update that most people probably forget about, and that is Minecraft 1.0, aka the Adventure Update, aka the full official release of the game that came out November 18th, 2011. As you could probably tell, this update added in the entire End Dimension and the Ender Dragon fight. Now, on top of adding in a whole entire dimension, this update is the reason that we have speedruns, it's the reason that we have Minecraft lore, and it just added so much to the game. Obviously, it made Minecraft because it was the first full release of Minecraft. Now, this update also added in enchanting, which is a nice late game feature that, you know, gives you a reason to go past just getting your full set of diamond gear and gives you a reason to continue playing in your older worlds. It also added in a bunch of structures like villages, strongholds, obviously, so you could get to the end, mine shafts, and ravines, and a bunch of biomes like river biomes, ocean biomes, swamp biomes, mountain biomes, and snow biomes. I think like snowy tundra is what they mean because there were snow biomes in beta Minecraft. It also added in the addition of the sprinting and food mechanic, which is a personal opinion whether you like that or not. Usually beta players aren't a huge fan of it. It also added in a bunch of blocks like stone bricks and fence gates, glass panes, and iron bars, and it re-added in creative. Minecraft without creative. Kinda crazy. Next up in the updates is Minecraft 1.7. Now, if any of you guys were playing Minecraft when 1.7 was released, you know that everyone went absolutely crazy for this update. It was the update that changed the world, as its title. So, this update added in all of the new biomes that we know and love today, like the Mesa biome, now known as the Badlands biome, Mega Taiga, Roofed Forest, Birch Forest, Flower Forest, Savanna, Extreme Hills Plus, Deep Ocean, Ice Spikes, and the Snowless Taiga. When these biomes came out, everyone was so excited to explore them, and as I mentioned before, any reason to explore your Minecraft world is a good update, in my opinion. Now, with these updates obviously came all of the new blocks associated with the biomes, like acacia and dark oak wood, and it also changed the generation of the world to make smaller oceans, which is really great. This update also added in the new fishing system, where you could get enchanted books, and saddles, and name tags, and all those other amazing items from fishing, which was super exciting, because before, you just kind of fished to get fish. It wasn't too crazy. This update also added in new flowers, stained glass, and better boat controls. Overall, this update made Minecraft so much more fun to explore and play. It diversified the world so much more than just like plains and mountains and snow and desert. Maybe I'm a little nostalgic because this was one of the first like crazy huge updates that occurred when I started playing the game on my computer, and maybe I'm a bit nostalgic for it, but I truly think it was one of the most amazing Minecraft updates of its time. And now, I truly did save the best for last, because I believe that Minecraft 1.16 is the best Minecraft update of all time. Am I a little biased because it's a more recent update and I've played it more recently and whatever? Perhaps. However, this update gave you a reason to go to the Nether beyond just, I need wither skeleton skulls. Ugh, I need blaze powder. Oh, well, I have to go get potions, or I have to get a ghast tier or whatever. It added in all of the new nether biomes like the Soul Sand Valley, Crimson Forest, Warp Forest, and Basalt Deltas. And this is one of my favorite things it added, the Piglin trading system and bastions. Not only did this change the course of speedrunning forever, but it also added in a really truly challenging structure with amazing rewards, like Ancient Debris. Did I mention this update also added in Ancient Debris? The whole netherite Ancient Debris thing was a little bit worrying to people at first, but I really do think that Mojang made it pretty hard to get, hard enough that, you know, you can obviously get fully stacked in netherite, but it does take a long time to get. So, I think that's pretty great. This update also, of course, added in plenty of new nether blocks, like all of the blackstone blocks, soul campfires, soul lanterns, warped and crimson wood, and shroomlights, and plenty more. Finally, this update added in the best Minecraft disc, in my opinion, Pigstep. If you want a Minecraft song ranking video next, let me know. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this Minecraft tier list of all of the Minecraft updates. If you guys want to see more tier lists, drop a like, subscribe, let me know what you want me to rank next, and of course, if you want to try this out yourself, I will be linking it in my bio, in the description. God, I'm so used to TikTok. I will be linking it in the description of this video so that you can try it out for yourself, and join my Discord server, send it to me on Discord, let me know what your ranking is, because I would love to know. Get into some arguments in the comments. What is the best Minecraft update in your opinion? I'd love to hear it. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. Remember to subscribe, follow me on all my socials. I would really appreciate it. You guys are making all my dreams come true. So yeah, have an amazing day, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys next time.